Hey guys, this is Reviews More, back with our quick kitchen review. As always, if you find this review helpful, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more like this. This is for the red copper pan Flipwich. So this is that red copper company that makes the red copper pan, the red copper pan Pro. They're very similar to Gotham Steel. I think the first one I ever saw of these, like this iteration of enamel cookware, was the greeny pan way back in the day, but I think they still make actually. But this is essentially it is a sandwich press. That's all this is. It's a sandwich press that can be done, I guess for lack of a better term, manually over a stove or open flame. So we're basically talking about a device that already exists more or less. I feel like I've even seen a lot of these kind of things for like camping and stuff. Like they'd be normally cast iron. This is what appears to be cast aluminum with ceramic over top, so you don't actually touch the aluminum with your food, and the ceramic's there. You're going to see a brief seasoning video. It does, in the instructions you can see they require that you do season the actual item itself, although I'm not sure how necessary it is given my process with it. You just put a little bit of cooking oil on top of it, put it on the burner until it smokes. Once it smokes, you switch over to the next pan, do the same thing, let it cool down, then it's good to cook with after you wipe up the excess residue. But from my perspective, as I was doing this, the oil was still like drip dropping up, like staying round. It wouldn't really, like, I guess, quote unquote, absorb into the pan. It does go on very thin once it gets heated up, but I'm not sure the seasoning's super necessary. It might be kind of a gimmick. But I will say, like, some of these brands, like Gotham Steel brand stuff, does not require you. My camera's so out of focus, it wants to focus on that burner so much. Maybe it'll improve in just a second. Like Gotham Steel, they want to, they tell you not to season it. Other, like Red Copper, tells you to season it, and they're both ceramic cookware, so I'm not really sure why there's that discrepancy. I'm thinking it's more like a gimmick to make you feel like you have a higher quality cookware. Now, this thing's 19 bucks, 20 bucks. It works beautifully. You're going to see a quick demonstration of cooking with just a ham and cheese, I guess panini, or really it's just a melt. But it works beautifully. The instruction time says 2 minutes on each side. I think that means for a heated pan, which you'll see in a little bit. But the issue I have with this is I'm not sure who it's for. It works perfectly. So if you're looking to get this and you want this item and you're worried, oh, does it really work that well? Is it really non-stick? Yes, it's very non-stick. Yes, it works just fine. Don't use harsh soaps on it. I really don't use soap on any of my ceramic cookware. I just use very hot water and a very soft, non-abrasive scrubbing pad, usually a rag or a paper towel, and you'll be fine. It'll last a long, long time. And this feels pretty robust. It's fairly heavy, considering like it's almost as heavy as, actually it's probably heavier than a traditional red copper pan. It works great as a sandwich press. As you'll see right here, it does put real pressure on the bread, so you get a nice even heat around the bread, much like you would with a George Foreman style grill. And they make ceramic style George Foreman panini press grills, so that's really the only issue I have. It works perfectly. If you want to buy this because you see it on TV and you're like, oh, I wonder if it's any good, get it. It does work. I just don't understand what this does compared to a George Foreman panini press style thing. There's no situation outside of camping or a power outage and you happen to have gas heat and their gas stove that would allow you to use this item without an electrical outlet of some kind. So if you have, even if you have a hot plate, you still have to have the electrical outlet. Why not just use like a panini press that's a plug-in, like a kitchen gadget? So I'm trying to figure out what niche market this is looking for. You can take it camping because it'll work. It'll work on an induction top. Maybe that's something special. But for the most part, this does only what a George Foreman style panini press sandwich press can do, so I'm not sure what the innovation is. But you can look, it looks gorgeous. This was after about 8 minutes of total cooking time from a cold stove, so it works great. It's just I'm going to keep it because I don't have a George Foreman, and that's the only reason why. If I had a George Foreman grill, I'd return this thing because I wouldn't need it. It does the same thing, and unless you got a gas stove and the power goes out, or you go camping a lot, this doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you have a George